4 months ago, I had $800 in my bank account and I had zero experience selling insurance. I didn't come from the insurance world. I didn't have a mentor in the industry. I had a laptop, a phone, and a decision that I wasn't willing to back down from. In my first real week of selling insurance, not like studying, not like doing licensing and all that stuff, like actually selling, I did 3 sales within my first 3 days. And then within like the 4 month span of my time here in insurance, I was able to produce over $32,000 in submitted business. And I also had a week where I submitted $5,000 in a single week with a 90% placement rate. If you're in sales right now, like high ticket, B2B, car lots, financial services, whatever it is, and you feel like you're leaving money on the table, this video is going to show you exactly what I found and why it's worked. So let me tell you who I am so you understand where I'm coming from. Before insurance, I was in high ticket sales and I was also running my own content agency. I wasn't like desperate for money, or I wasn't just scraping by or anything like that. Like I was doing well, like I was actually making pretty decent money, especially just from being at home. But I kept hitting the same wall that every salesperson hits, and it wasn't income. It was me being capped by my own time and relying on other people's systems. I stumbled onto mortgage protection insurance on accident. And to be honest with you, I'm not here as some like 10-year veteran or anything like that. I'm 4 months into this industry and that's it. But I think that's more valuable to you than some guru that's been in this industry for like over 10 years, just flexing a bunch of money, Lamborghinis, whatever, and has a decade of results. Because I'm close enough to that starting line where I remember every single thing and like what it took to get to this point. My real numbers of submitting $32,000 in business in my first 4 months, and then just also having that 90% placement. But what I can say is the percentage of policies that I submit actually get paid out. Like I said, it was a 90% placement rate over that $32,000 of business that I submitted, and that, you know, that $5,000 I made in 1 week. It actually gets paid out. The industry average hovers around 65 to 75%. So the 90% is pretty elite, especially given, you know, I was only in it for 4 months. And I'm not telling you this to like impress you or anything. I'm telling you this because this is exactly where I was 4 months ago, and it might be where you are right now. Good at selling, working hard, great work ethic, and just like trying to figure out if there's a better way to, you know, move into a different vehicle. Here's what I know about you if you're watching this right now. You've closed deals, you've hit your targets, you've outperformed the people around you. The problem isn't your ability to sell, it's your vehicle. If you're in high ticket sales, you know that cycle where, you know, you hit a big commission and then you wake up the next morning and then you feel like, I got to start at zero again. No residuals, no reoccurring revenue. Every month, that scoreboard is resetting back to zero. If you're in corporate sales or a W-2 environment, you've got that stability there, and that's great. You know your territory, you know how hard you have to work, but no matter how hard you're going at it, someone above you decides how much you make or how much you're worth. If you're in real estate or you're in car sales or anything like that, you're grinding, but you're reliant on foot traffic, market conditions, interest rates. It's all out of your control. The universal problem that I could say from what I've seen myself is if you stop working, your money is going to stop coming in. You're not really building an asset at all. You're renting your income. So let me ask you something. What if you were in a industry where deposits and commissions, they come in every 40 hours to 48 hours. You're never cold calling anybody. Like everyone's already kind of like interested in it. They've already like showed intent towards it. So there's like no cold calling at all. Don't you think the pressure of, you know, selling and trying to get a sale would kind of alleviate, and you can actually do the thing you enjoy doing, which is like selling in the first place? Because I'm sure you wouldn't be in sales. You would probably pick another job that's easier if you didn't kind of like enjoy talking to people and communicating, but you felt the pressure of money coming in there. So like it kind of ruined the fun for you. Mortgage protection insurance is simple, but that's honestly the reason why a lot of people get so bored, is because it's so simple. You know, when somebody gets a new home, there's a new direct mail sent to them. It's just like a mailer that comes in their mail. And it's basically asking them if they want to look into like the mortgage protection insurance options to see if they like qualify for it. And then they fill out that mailer and they send it back, and that creates a qualified lead. Or they just, there's a 1-800 number on there and they call it, and then that counts as a qualified lead as well. The response comes to you. Like they actually wanted to be contacted at some point. I mean, obviously there's going to be, you know, lead level ages where like, you know, some of these leads might be a little bit older, but that's going to be a lot cheaper than like a price that would be for somebody that just called in that day. But you have the option to do whatever you want. You know, you can buy those leads. It's up to you. This isn't cold calling. This isn't knocking on doors. This is literally somebody requesting information about protection for their family. You're working from a phone and a laptop. You can work from your house, coffee shop, wherever you want. You can work and you'll have that freedom to really just, not have to feel the pressure of somebody breathing down your neck like, oh, hey, you didn't do a good job there. Basically, what you do is you set those appointments in the morning and then you handle those in the afternoon. And then that's when you collect your commission. And then within 48 hours, you're going to receive that in your bank account. And here's the piece most sales reps completely just blow past is there's residual income in this. The policies you sell today keep paying you as long as they stay on the books. That means you're building something for your long-term career, not just earning or anything like that, but you're actually stacking it on top of each other. Now, if you're in sales already, you already have the hardest skills to teach, like communicating with people, objection handling, and closing. The only real thing you're missing here is product knowledge and the system that I'm about to show you, which you would be able to pretty much get fully into insurance within a couple weeks. I'm going to be completely honest with you about the money because I feel like most people in this space exaggerate about it or hide behind vague claims or something like that. I'm 4 months in, so here's exactly what it looks like. Months 1 and 2, you're focused on, learning the system, getting your reps in, hitting a lot of volume, rolling around in the mud, hearing all these objections, the different types of people you're going to run into, kind of getting a feel of the industry as a whole, while also building that confidence on the phone. A new agent that's focused, has consistent work ethic, and just shows up every day should see anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 in this phase, meaning $2,000 to $5,000 a month. You're not going to get super rich overnight or anything like that, but you are going to be developing a skill set that will literally pay you out for life. Months 3 to 6, everything starts to click and make sense. What I usually tell people is hit your first 100 appointments and then things start to really make sense and you're able to have more confidence on the phones. Your placement rate climbs if you have a good mentor behind you, making sure you're writing good business that sticks. $5,000 to $10,000 a month should be pretty realistic for somebody that's plugging into the system and showing up consistently. And over a full first year of being a committed producer, you should see anywhere from $60,000 to $120,000. That'd be more realistic. It's not guaranteed or anything like that, but that's kind of on average what I see for people that are kind of just consistent and they're just showing up every day and just putting in the work. Now let me show you why starting with $800 for me was enough. With the lead system I use, there's actually dollar leads that are available for you. So what I did was I bought a couple hundred of the dollar leads and it made it so I'm only spending $1 per lead, right? And on average, for me, when I was closing deals, my average policy was around 1,100. So that's a pretty good return on investment. That's why I was doing the dollar leads, is so I can hit volume and get as many reps as I could. And then kind of finding those golden nuggets within there. And closing one lead is super conservative considering they're pretty warm and you're using a proven script. I've made multiples of my investment back. That math is why this business is so accessible. You don't need $10,000 to start your business. You can literally start with $800. Some people have started with less than that. I wouldn't recommend it, but some people come in here full confidence with $200 and they make that, they make a sale off of that and they're already in that positive. What you really need is discipline in a phone. That's it. On the commission side, at the company I'm working at, the IMO I'm working at, Unitrust, you start at 70% commission rate and you work your way up to 115% commission rate. And once you start building a team, which is optional, not required, you can actually start making overrides on the people below you. And that's kind of where the income compounds. At partner and executive partner level, you can start earning equity inside of the business as a whole at Unitrust. At that point, you're not just earning commissions anymore, you're owning a piece of that business. I've looked at other IMOs, I've looked at other agencies, but they all kind of gave me the same spiel, the same pitch. And the reason why I'm building at Unitrust is because it's the only place where I found this system actually exists. Not as a vague promise, a recruiting video, but as an actual structure, real systems that you plug in on day one. Let me just break down really quick what that actually looks like. Every day is the exact same. So we start at 8 a.m. and we stop dialing at 11 a.m. And then from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., we are hitting our daily training, which we have highly skilled individuals going over different sales techniques, how to follow the script correctly and all that fun stuff. And then from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., we're closing the appointments, we're collecting our commission. It's basically going to grab your paycheck. And then you're just repeating, there's no guesswork. You're doing the same thing every single day and it just compounds over time. The founders are Brandon Hall and Pete Beckman. Brandon Hall did $2 million a year in personal production. And it wasn't just 1 year. He did that time and time again. And Pete is equally as established. These aren't just random recruiters who haven't sold a policy. These are literally elite, like world-class talent people that have like done this time and time again, that actually built a system around what actually works in this field. You get access to over 20 to 30 different insurance carriers. This means that you're not a captive agent just locked into one company, only selling that one company's product. You shop around for the best policy for each client, which results in more closes and more sticky business. From day one, you get assigned a personal mentor, you get like one-on-one training, and you also have access to the entire corporate support team. And here's something that blew my mind and what really helped me grow in the beginning here is you actually get to listen to top producers, like people making anywhere from $50,000 a month to $100,000 a month, just producing and doing live calls in front of you. So you're like picking up on word tracks and you're listening to like how they're talking and what they're saying. And then you're able to like pretty much mimic that and bring it to your own sales calls. You're not guessing how the best people do it. Like nothing is being gatekeeped at all. They're right in front of you and they're like literally calling and dialing and closing deals in front of you. It's like all happening all at once. And if you're not licensed, like pre-licensing is also handled here as well. We actually provide you with a discounted course, so you're not like overpaying anything like that, and you can get your license within a couple weeks. I've seen people, you know, get it faster than that too, a couple days. And the promotion path here is super transparent. It's all right in front of you. We have sales manager, we have regional manager, district manager, partner, executive partner, and that's like they actually want you to hit those, because if you hit those, it's just better for everyone. So it's going to be like right in front of you. You can see how you get promoted. It's not like something super hard and like unattainable to reach. They're actually very like pretty attainable to reach, and you get bonuses along the way as well. You'll know exactly what you need to do to actually like move up in this industry, and you don't have to build a team at all. Like you're not required to do that at all. No one's pushing that on you to go and do that. Like you could make really like great amount of income just by personal production yourself. Like you can make more than a doctor by personal production. But if you do want to build, those overrides and eventually equity are going to be there waiting for you. The culture here is different than any place I've been to. Like the people at the top are like so easily readily available. Like they're super accessible. Like you can just like PM them if you really want. It's like kind of casual, and they'll like answer your questions, which is really cool. Nobody gets left behind. This system is built from the ground up. So the people at the bottom actually benefit too, not just like the people sitting at the top. And honestly, a few of like the things that I see a lot come up from like other sales reps, like before joining this industry, like a lot of people say like, I've never sold insurance before. I don't want to like jump around into like a new industry and like have to learn everything over and over again. And for what I would have to say to that is like, neither have I. Like I just joined 4 months ago. I didn't know the difference between term and whole life, but like the system here is so like well made that like it basically does it all for you and teaches it for you. Scripts, product knowledge, objection handling, like that's literally it's like everything in a box. Another question I hear so often is this an MLM? And the answer to that is no. Like you can make so much money just off of personally producing. The product literally sells itself. Insurance is a $1 trillion industry. Like I think about 50% of like Americans like have some sort of insurance in place when it comes to like life insurance. You get paid on the policies you sell, not recruiting. The team building path is for people that want to create leverage or earn overrides, but it's a choice, not a requirement. So if you're in sales and you're thinking to yourself, like this sounds exactly like me, I want to talk to you. And I'm not looking for everybody. I'm looking for people that kind of just like know how to sell already but want to like change vehicles. So you can set up an appointment to go and talk to me, or you can even just join our community, hover us, and see like how we're doing, like what we're doing. You know, just jump in there and talk to us, and I'll tell you straight up whether it's a good fit for you or if it's just like something that's completely out of your range. And I'll even point you in the right direction to like maybe a better vehicle. Like I have tons of people in my network. I'm sure I can find you something. But if it is something that you're interested in, like here's what would happen. We would get on a 20-minute call. I would walk you through all of our structures of like the business, the comp plan, the bonuses. You meet the team and then you decide from there. No pressure at all, just information and a real conversation. I started this 4 months ago with $800 in my bank account, and I bet on myself. And I had never sold a single insurance policy before that at all. Today I've submitted $32,000 in business and $5,000 in a single week, and I'm building an agency that's gonna change my life. The only thing that's standing between you and everything I just showed you is a 20-minute conversation. You've been grinding long enough in someone else's system, just make that call.